Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. Just a little DVD Blu-ray update. It's not too much, but figured to show it off. Recap of the last video. Mainly I had gotten this, which is what I've been watching by my free time. First 100 episodes of Angry Video Game Nerd, which is like 19 hours, and then another couple hours of special features. First 100 episodes is on disc 1. The other features are on disc 2. The only issue is a couple of the copyright material had to be replaced or taken out altogether, like the clips of Rocky and the Rocky Sega Master System review, clips of Back to the Future from the Back to the Future NES review, which kind of hurt those reviews, to be honest. The YouTube videos are definitely better, but you still get a lot of bang for your buck for this. This was $30, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. Next up, this was dirt cheap. It was practically free. Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. With a title like that, it definitely makes me curious. That probably really shitty. But the cast, you have Shannon Tweed, Adrienne Barbeau from Swamp Thing, John Carpenter's The Fog, Steve from New York, and Bill Maher, the politically incorrect host and pretty much an asshole. If you want to know why I say that, just look up Bill Maher Stanley. Just type that up and you'll know what I mean. But again, this is practically free, and it's like, okay, this is kind of a weird idea. Shannon Tweed and Adrienne Barbeau. I like Adrienne Barbeau. Shannon Tweed in something that's only PG-13. But yeah. It's a crazy title too, so I'm like, just curiosity's sake. Next up is the Aristocrats. Pretty much, it's a bunch of comedians talking about, and this is a film by Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller. Pretty much he gets a bunch of comedians to reminisce, analyze, and deliver their own versions of the world's dirtiest joke, an old burlesque routine too extreme to be performed in public, called the Aristocrats. And you get a lot of people. You get George Carlin, Whoopi Goldberg, Drew Carey, Gilbert Godfrey, Bob Saget, Paul Reiser, Sarah Silverman, Jon Stewart, Howie Mandel, Hank Azaria, Louis Black, Jason Alexander, even the Smothers Brothers. I mean, again, pretty much them talking about this dirty joke they've heard, the same joke, but yet people put their own twists and turns on it. I remember seeing this before. It was interesting just for the people they got involved. A lot of familiar and famous faces. So it's been a while since I've seen this, so wanted to give it another look. Pendulette says here, it's a movie about laughing with your friends. It's very political because it's not political at all. The Aristocrats just take for granted that they can say anything they want. Sorry, I'm just reading what Pendulhead wrote here. It's pretty damn funny. I'm not going to repeat it, though. But, Aristocrats. Next up, excess baggage. And you may be wondering, why would I pick up a film starring Alicia Silverstone? Well, first off, I don't mind her in Clueless, so she might be alright in this. It's not Batman and Robin. But also because of this guy. That's Benicio del Toro. And a comedy. And other than the film like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I haven't seen him in a lot of like comedies, especially like this film. And it's from Marco Brambilla, the director of Demolition Man. So you also have Christopher Walken, Harry Connick Jr., Nick Turturro, desperate for attention. Emily stages her own kidnapping. But before Emily can enjoy a happy reunion for her father, her car gets stolen with Emily still inside. And the guy who steals it is Benicio del Toro. And it just 2 thumbs up from Siskel and Ebert, surprisingly enough. But yeah, it'd just be interesting to watch Benicio del Toro in this kind of movie, because I like him as an actor. I do think he's a good actor. So, see what he can do with this kind of role. So, just a goofy comedy. Again, the director of Demolition Man, I'm a bit curious about that. Next up is Legends of Wrestling Heat Seekers. Now, this was part of a series of DVDs, which I would like to get more of these, but they're hard to come by. Or if you do find them, they're insanely expensive. But a group of people like Jim Ross, and he has a panel, maybe Jerry Lawler or Mick Foley or other people are with this panel, and they discuss a certain topic for little over an hour. In this case, it's people that they thought were controversial or didn't get along with people or things of that nature. Scott Hall, Goldberg, Lex Luger, Paul Heyman, Buff Bagwell, and why they had heat and why some people didn't like them. And that was interesting. There's definitely more they could have built. They could have stretched out more. They could have told more about why they picked this person. It was interesting to give it a watch. There's also a bunch of matches. Lex Luger versus Michael Hayes, Scott Hall versus Goldberg, Scott Hall versus Kevin Nash, the Freebirds versus Ron Shaw, Renee Goulet, and Charlie Fulton, and a bunch more. But find out this for the wrestling collection. Next up is the Night Stalker. Now, I got this as a gift. It was on my Amazon wish list, and I don't know who sent this to me. There's no message, there's no note. So if you're watching and you're the person who sent this to me, I want to say thank you. Thank you very much. I actually went ahead and bought the second one, the Night Strangler, on Blu-ray. Since now I have this, I figured fuck it, I'm going to buy the second one. So I have both of them. But this is the TV movie. And this and the sequel, The Night Strangler, would go on to create Coach at the Night Stalker TV show, which I love. And I reviewed on here quite a few years ago. I'm like, but I did review the TV show, but I don't think I ever reviewed the TV movie. So maybe when the second one comes, I'll sit down and watch these two and review these two. But nice to see these got a Blu-ray. Pretty cool cover. Like the color scheme on it. And also has features. New interview with the director, new interview with the composer. You have the features from the old DVD, interview with Dan Curtis, and then you have a new audio commentary by film historian Tim Lucas. Sometimes those film historians do be pretty interesting because they're filled with so much info, which is what you want in a commentary. But yeah, really enjoy Culture at the Night Stalker stuff, both the TV movies and the TV show. So looking forward to giving this a watch again. Again, whoever sent this, thank you so much. Last but not least, I picked this up at Walmart. It was like $7.50. Sound Rage on Blu-ray. Walmart has this thing where they have a bunch of old movies, but the covers. Mill Creek Entertainment is really the company doing it. And maybe other, I don't know if Mill Creek has, maybe it's other companies doing it as well, because I can't imagine Mill Creek has all those titles, because I saw, and there was like First Blood. I'm like, Mill Creek doesn't have First Blood, do they? But they have First Blood and Meatballs and all this stuff, and they look like, the covers look like VHS tapes. It was like a little standee, and it's like, well, I already have that movie, But Sound Rage, I only had on a Blu-ray, which had 3 movies on one disc. Blind Fury, Sound Rage, and a film called White Line Fever with Jan Michael Vincent. So it's nice to have this by itself on its own separate disc. No features, Sally. But yeah, nice to have this on disc separately. Yeah, this cover. And this is just a cool look, because it looks like the VHS tape is opening up. Stickers, like action thriller. It looks like it's a beat up VHS. So, pretty cool presentation. Martial arts master versus superhuman killing machine. I don't know why Chuck Norris doesn't get interviewed. I wish someone could tell me, because I keep hearing different stories. I hear that he doesn't want to do interviews. Then I also hear that he's never been asked. I hear 2 different stories. No idea which is true and what's not. Fuck if I know. But I love Silent Rage. It's definitely one of my favorite Chuck Norris movies. It's sort of Chuck Norris versus Michael Myers. I say that because it's a killer who, in the second half, he even almost wears the same outfit, like overalls, that Michael Myers would wear. And then you have the finale, the third act taking place in a hospital, like Halloween 2. Some people have even done edits on YouTube, like Chuck Norris and Michael Myers. So, one of the closest times Chuck Norris has done a horror movie. Well, he did Hellbound, which is him versus a demon from hell, and I like Hellbound. And then he did The Hero and the Terror, which was a guy who strangled women and hid in an opera house. Like, he hid it almost as if he was the Phantom of the Opera. He hid, or was it like an old movie theater? Might have been an old movie theater, not an opera house. I just said the opera. I was just a fan of the opera. But I think it was an old movie theater. But yeah, those 3 are the closest he's done to horror. But it was great to see him touch that subject matter. Fun movie. Very solid flick. I would say it's definitely my top 5 favorite Chuck Norris movies. Sound Rage. Great movie. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.